Now, those that are kind of hanging on to this book, I definitely suggest picking them up yourself. Do see, and I've explained that this doctor is a doctor, and he even kind of admits that doctors are kind of a little insane right now. And even though this guy has the answers, he still needs to have a few trackings done. Otherwise, why are, again, why are these books not on the bestsellers list if they're like 20 years old? This particular book was written, um, 2004, 2005, but his first book on holodynamics was 1990. So, and I'll get to that book. But what you'll get from this book is right now, and I have never ever been wrong in predicting sort of like future trends. More than 20 years ago, I believe it was 20 years ago in November, I had a national campaign that said a lot of things that we're doing is going to collapse the economy. It was a national campaign that went on for 3 months, and here we are 20 years later seeing everything collapse. Now, from what I'm seeing, we've got a global mental illness going on that is the cause of why we're seeing a global collapse. And it's sort of like we've separated ourselves so much. Our egos in this human experience have separated ourselves so much that we're in massive chaos that can either destroy us or rebuild us. And the future trends, if you can see how much insanity is going on in the world, then the biggest career you could get into, the one that's going to have the biggest demand, is going to be trackers. So those who are interested in listening to this book, at the end of the day, what you're going to learn is how to track people, how to cure your own insanity, but also help participate in the global cure of this human insanity going on. This guy has been curing every illness, cancer, AIDS, mental illness. I read in the last chapter that anyone can do this. You do not have to have a massive education to be able to do this. Most education separates you. It creates the mental illness. If we're trying to understand psychopaths, which are mostly found in our corporate world today, you learn and train how to be a psychopath by your education systems, by your religious systems. All of this is teaching you, training you how to be a psychopath, how to devalue life, how to separate. That's what religion does. There's so many different religions, and each one of them says this is the real God, this is the right path, you'll all go to hell, and this is how our wars are started. Religion is supposed to be a loving, peaceful thing, yet we want to kill and destroy and judge anybody else that doesn't have the same belief system as you. It's just pure insanity. So at the end of the day, anybody who hangs into this book, this is your new career. Chances are, from some of the conversations I'm having, most people that are interested in this stuff have had challenges in their life. You're only driven to a solution because of the level of challenges you've been facing. You're searching for answers. You're searching for an understanding. What are you going to do once you find an answer to what it is you're looking for? You stumbled across this channel for a reason. I am not heavily marketing my channel. There is more work being done to discredit who I am and what I'm about, that for you to find interest in it and go against all of this negative talk about me means that you are still searching for an answer and see some insanity going on. You are more creating this experience of watching my channel than I am. I'm not making my channel successful. I am putting out there what it is that I enjoy talking about, but I am also working from the perspective of those that are ready for this will show up. They will be naturally attracted to this. I don't have to do a thing. They will just show up. It's more or less like, yeah, you build it and they will come. So the first people that are supporting this channel and finding this information helpful, it's because you are the teachers. You've gone through the lesson. Now you need some understanding, and then your responsibility ultimately is going to be to teach this stuff to help heal the planet. You may be the one that has been accused of being the one that's mentally ill, but you have to be the one that puts yourself in the superposition, understanding we are all mentally ill. It's like cure yourself. I'm in that process as well. But then, like all other therapists, you get into therapy because you've seen some problems that you want to participate in the solution of it. So you're going to be playing that same dance. You found the answers. Why? So you can affect your world. And so anyways, this is a new career for you. You will be able to help cure any disease within your own community. It's not just mental illness. Mental illness creates the physical illnesses that we deal from. So it is really important to understand how the mind works and the insanity that creates our behaviors, and our behaviors are what ultimately kills us. It's what, it's the driving force that gets us into war, which ends up getting us killed. It's the driving force for us to buy our stuff that ends up causing cancers by the manufacturing of the stuff that you want. So it's well worth hanging in and knowing who you are, that if you are really stuck in this information, ask yourself why. What are you going to do with the information once you find out? Do you see yourself as a teacher now? One particular guy, you may have health problems doing physical labor. Why? Because maybe you're not supposed to be doing physical labor. Maybe you are not living your purpose. This is what I found for myself. I know for the process that I'm going under, it is sort of, once you know this stuff, it's like, okay, how do you communicate with insanity now? Because insanity does not want to be cured. Insanity really loves being insane. It thinks it's healthy. And while it thinks it's healthy, it goes around accusing sane people of being insane, which is the challenge that I've been faced with. So I can't buy into the labels that I've been called, otherwise I fall into it. I can't hate the labels that people put on me, otherwise I turn into it. I've been watching those behaviors. One of them was saying that I had an anger management problem, and it's, no, my anger was well managed. I only got angry when there was good reason to be angry. Unless we're going to eliminate the need to be angry at all, then what does that mean? That means anytime that there's something wrong, you're never supposed to react to it in a negative way. You're never supposed to notice that it's wrong. You're supposed to enjoy the wrongness of everything that's wrong, which makes no logic sense whatsoever. If you see something wrong, it should make you a little upset. That would be normal human behavior. And that's when you see anybody else in the world that's angry, trust without a doubt, they're angry for a good reason. They don't have an anger management problem. Their anger is well managed. They only get angry when there's damn good reason to. But to calm somebody's anger down means you need to listen to them. That's the frustration part of it, is that, you're trying to explain the problems, and nobody else is out there willing to listen to you. So you get more angry and angry when people don't want to listen to your identification of a problem. So that's where I had to do a lot of calming down, and you have these little triggers when you see people not wanting to listen to logic sense. it's very frustrating. So I've had to listen to self. I've used this whole process in discovering what my challenges were. One of them was calming down. One of them was not having enough money to help cure a lot of these things. My muscles were extremely seized most of the time because they were in fight flight. They were tense. When you are in fear, there's things that happen. Your blood flow changes. Actually, the more pissed off I get, the less pain I'm in, because it goes into somewhat of a euphoric feeling that you feel stronger than ever. Why? Because you need to survive something. You need to be stronger than ever. But as soon as I calm down from that, whatever fearful experience, then the pain comes up. It's the relaxing of the muscles that tend to cause the pain. So you always have to be tense to be out of pain, and yet the tension is what ends up destroying the muscle. So it was a process for me to be able to calm down and then heal the muscle so that there was no pain. And then there's joint problems as well that we're told that are incurable, but it is a process of curing even the joints, which I'm in process now of rebuilding the muscle, because they've been relaxed so much. I need to rebuild the muscle, and the muscle holds the joints so that they are effective properly. So even the physical problems are all dealt with the emotional problems, that once you heal and calm down and find resolutions to, the emotional challenges that you're dealing with, your physical health improves as well. They're both so interconnected. So that's why, anybody who definitely is interested in this stuff, this is a new career for you. This is what will be in demand. There will be a lot of stress. Stress will cause a lot more illness. Those that are really rich right now, they're dying of some kind of disease. What's really, really funny is watching some of these really, really wealthy people that go to fundraisers. The only thing that they go to fundraisers is they support the same causes that kill them. And it's like their behaviors are killing them. So they go to these charitable organizations that are doing research to solve the problem that's killing them, but the only thing that they are actually paying for is Band-Aids. It's like, give me a painkiller so I don't see how I'm killing myself, but ultimately they'll all die because they're not finding the cure to any problems that they have. Or else some of these wealthy people give to nonprofits that claim to be out there helping other people. Well, I've had an experience with a women's shelter where I would volunteer as long as I told women the truth, because I was lied to, and they told me they would lose their funding if we ever told the truth. So some of these wealthy people that are helping out people that live in poverty, it's because they cause the poverty. Whatever ways that they donate are ways that they cause poverty. They'll never cure the poverty. They just want to sustain poverty and make themselves look good. The best way of getting rid of poverty is by, building somebody else out. It's like providing somebody with enough funding to start their own business so that they can be financially prosperous. But, they don't want to do that. They want to just, give you free food out of food banks, so you have limited food and never any opportunity to improve your financial status. Why? Because the wealthy need to be wealthier than you. So the deal is to suppress you as much as possible, but we'll give you free food at a food bank, and never ever look at the reasons why you need food in the first place. It's because wealth needs poverty to sustain itself. It is a form of insanity, and that's why I've seen a lot of these nonprofits as the most evil organizations going around, because they're there to sustain problems and not cure problems. We need a completely different new mindset of nonprofits. I'm totally against them, but at the same time, I see one avenue that would be a solution, but people just don't get it yet. So there's the benefits of listening to this holodynamics, a new career for you if you're interested. Peace out.